What's up, guys? How you doing? So today we're talking about the coronavirus. Okay, yeah, the WHO has not yet classified it as a pandemic, but I want to tell you what you can do to help yourself if they do classify it as a pandemic. Now, coronavirus is not a bacteria. It's not a fungus. It's not a parasite. It is a virus. Okay, it's a viral infection, kind of like MERS and SARS. The coronavirus, right? The most important thing to understand about it is that you can catch it through your eyes, through your mouth, and you can also catch it by touching surfaces where it's been on. One of the most important things to understand about this virus is that it's an enveloped type virus, meaning that it can float through the air up to 7 feet and infect you. This virus has the ability to stick onto surfaces and live on it. Well, not live, because it's not necessarily alive, but to be on a surface and still be able to contract onto another human being up to 5 days. Okay, so that's really the scary part about this virus is that it has a long time in incubation on a human, up to 5 days, without you knowing about it, and that has the ability to float through the air, and it also has the ability to stick onto surfaces before you show signs of being infected. And that's why we are afraid, okay? It has the ability to spread quickly with these abilities that it has. Now, you're probably wondering, is it in the United States? Yes, it is. Right now, it's currently in Orange County. Someone has been infected in Orange County. I believe we have one in Seattle, and I'm not sure if it's in New York, but I know it's Seattle and Orange County right now. More cases are popping up around the world, mostly in Asia. Now, don't be scared right now because it's not been upgraded to a pandemic, and also it's not the number one killer right now on planet Earth. Okay, you're more likely to die from heart disease than from the coronavirus currently. Okay, you're more likely to die from a common cold or a car crash, so you don't have to be afraid. However, if it is upgraded to a pandemic, you have to be prepared to protect your family. Now, what steps can you take to protect your family? First, you have to understand how this virus works. Second, you have to understand the steps you need to take to protect yourself. And third, you have to understand that this virus is an enveloped virus. It has the ability to live in you and outside on a dry surface for up to 5 days, okay? Now, what does that mean? How can you contract it, first of all? Let's go through that again. One, you can contract it through spores flying through the air. So if you go to a crowded place and someone sneezes, and that sneeze floats through the air and enters your eye, you've now contracted coronavirus, and you know about it. If it enters your mouth, you've contracted it. If you touch it and you touch your mouth, nose, or rub your eyes, you'll contract coronavirus. If someone's been in a taxi cab and they've sneezed on their hands and they touch the lever or they touch the doorknob at the bathroom, and 4 days later you come and use that same public restroom and touch the doorknob, you've now contracted coronavirus. You may go home and now infect your entire family. So this is the thing you have to think about if it does enter the United States and become a pandemic. Okay, now that we've got that cleared, what can you do to protect yourself if the WHO updates this virus to a pandemic? Well, what you can do is stay at home. Stay at home, don't leave. Beforehand, how it is right now, it's still around. For me in Orange County, we're still aware. If I go to the market, especially to an Asian market, we have 99 Ranch. If I go to the 99 Ranch right now, they're wearing masks already. They're wearing 3M masks, which are high classified masks on their face. However, if someone walks in there with coronavirus, they can still catch it because you can catch it through your eyes. So what can you do to protect yourself? First of all, you want to stock up on food now. You want to have enough water in your house, enough food in your house, supplies, and medical kits, because you're going to be surprised of the things that I'm going to be telling you to do right now. You're going to want to stock up on food, enough, as much as you can afford, and have it in your pantry. Dry foods, cans are good. Use your freezer, get some meats right now while you can be sure that they're still fresh. Okay. And then your animals, you want to keep them indoors. You don't want them to be outdoors because you just don't want them to have it on their hair because they can't get infected, but they can carry it on their bodies and then infect you. So everyone stays indoors, okay? Now, stock up on food. Okay, seriously, stock up on food right now. You also want to get some of these masks, these high quality 3M masks. They have nasals right here. I think there's the N2 masks they used when there was a fire, but that's not going to be enough. If you want to step it up a notch, and you're only going to be going outside just for getting food to replenishing food or some emergency situation, going outside to check the mail, you may even want to get a gas mask. Now, I don't know, some cities that might be illegal because if someone sees you with an all-on mask with the headgear and the container, you might raise some alarm. But if you can afford it, get it. Even in the future, you probably will use it. But you want to get masks for your entire family. Now, once you have that cleared out of the way and you have masks and you have goggles, wrap around eye goggles, if you're not going to get the big kahuna gas mask, get regular, get a high quality N2 mask and some goggles. Now, if you do catch a common cold and you do get sick, do not visit the hospital unless you break your arm. Okay? You do not want to go to the hospital if there's a pandemic going on because the hospital is going to be overrun with people. People are going to be at the hospital infected. Okay? They're going to be doing their best to separate the infected people and separate the healthy people, but the doctors are going to be such at risk and they're going to be inundated with a lot of patients, and it's going to be a highly contagious area. You want to avoid the hospital like the plague because the plague is happening at the hospital. So unless you have a broken bone or you're bleeding out, do not go to the hospital. If you can manage it, manage your cold or your sickness at home. Because even if you've contracted the coronavirus, they can't do anything for you. You better just stay at home because you may just have the common cold and not coronavirus. So if you do go to the hospital, it's a high chance that you're going to catch the coronavirus just sitting waiting to see a doctor at the hospital. So do not go to the hospital for any reason unless you're bleeding out, you've broken your arm, your child is screaming in pain, and even then you may want to go and see maybe you're gonna want to you may want to go see your doctor for a broken bone, or maybe try and see a fireman or someone else who can attend to a broken bone, just not the hospital, because the hospital is going to be inundated with people. Now, another thing to note is that these antiseptics, these hand wipes and what do you call it? Antiseptic hand cleaners that you would use to clean your hands and wipe, they don't kill viruses. They kill bacteria, but they don't kill viruses. So don't rely on these antiseptic hand cleaners. You're gonna have to wash your hands with soap and water. Okay, this is very important because a lot of people will use these to clean their hands, to disinfect the tables. That's not doing anything. You're gonna want to keep your hands clean and stay indoors at your own home. Your home is your safest barrier of defense. Once you leave your home, you're raising your ability to contract the disease and bring it back to your family. So you're gonna want to stay at home. It's very difficult, and that's why Wuhan right now is in quarantine. I was watching TikTok and I saw someone upload them. They've been in their homes, they've been barricaded in their apartment buildings. They were just screaming at each other. So they're basically just trying to cheer each other on and say, we can do this, we can get out of this pandemic. Because right now, Wuhan is basically in a pandemic situation. They're trying to keep this contained and not have it spread throughout the whole entire world, like bird flu and SARS happened back in 2002. So yes, this is serious. It's not as serious as other things like HIV, but because of the quick way it can spread, the quick way it can mutate, the only way that you have to solve it if you do get infected is that your own body fights it off. Okay, now if you're younger or you're older or you're sick, There's not a very good chance that you're going to be able to make it through it. However, anything's possible. Your body may have really strong cells to fight through it. However, yeah, if you do get sick, just don't go to the hospital, because you may just have a regular common cold, and then you go to the hospital, you're gonna catch the real deal coronavirus. And if you have coronavirus, you're not gonna know if you have it or not. But if you have a family member that does fall ill, by the time they start showing signs that they're sick, everybody else in the house has been infected, and you guys are just gonna have to fight through it at home. You definitely don't want to go out and spread it to others, or go out and find out that you don't have the coronavirus. So I really, really urge you to stay still and just wait it through. But we're not there yet. If it does get to that level, and the WHO does actually raise this level up of fear to a pandemic, then yes, you want to take these steps. You're going to want to stay at home, have already stockpiled on food, or go out and stockpile on food. When you go out, wear a mask and wear glasses or wraparound goggles. I know it sounds silly. People might look at you like you're silly, but you're just taking the necessary steps when they do raise up the level. You want to be wearing goggles. You do not want to go out without them. So if you guys have any questions, ask me in the comment section below, and everybody stay safe out there. Peace.